Good afternoon. So, Unit 6 Probability and Random Signals. So, what is probability? First, we will see the introduction. The probability theory is used when the outcome of certain system is not known. Such systems are called as non-deterministic or random signals. So, probability theory can be used for the analysis of such a non-deterministic or random signal. So probability means what? We can also say the chance of an event occurring. For example, card games or slot machines, lotteries, insurance, investment, weather forecasting. So it is a basis of inferential statistics. So the basic concept behind the probability is a chance process that leads to well-defined results called outcomes. So the outcome, the result of a single trial of probability experiment. Outcome means the result of single trial of probability experiment. Trial means one flip of coin or one roll of a dice, etc. And the sample spaces means the set of all possible outcome of probability experiment. Sample space means the set of all possible outcomes of probability experiment. So, for probability, consider a random experiment whose outcome is not known in advance. Suppose the expected outcome of this random experiment is x, and this random experiment is repeated n times, out of which this n times x has occurred nx time. So, as this random experiment is repeated many times, where n tends to infinity, then the ratio nx by capital N is called as the probability of occurrence. So the probability of any event lies between 0 to 1. Also, the number of times x will occur out of n trials can be given. Now, before going to the sample space and event, we will see the probability conditional probability. So conditional probability means the probability of some event depends on the probability of the event that has already occurred. For example, can be drawing a red ball from a group of balls. So in this case, if already a ball has been drawn from the group of balls, the probability of drawing a red ball now is dependent on the ball that has been drawn before. So if probability of event y depends whether x has occurred or not, it is called as conditional probability, which means probability of event y after event a has occurred. So now what is actually event? What is sample space and event? Now a set of all possible outcomes of an experiment is called sample space, and it is denoted by S. So a sample space is the collection of all possible outcomes of random experiment. These outcomes should be distinct and possible. For example, the rolling of a die has fixed outcome from 1 to 6. Hence the sample space S is equal to 1 to 6 or 1 2 3 4 5 6. So particular outcome that is an element in S is called as sample point. An experiment consists of the simple process of noting outcomes. The outcome of an experiment may be a simple choice between two alternatives. It may be a result of direct measurement or count, or it may be answer obtained after extensive measurement and calculations. So an event can be defined as a set of single outcome or a set of many outcome. In the experiment of rolling a die for an event to get even number on the die, outcome can be 2, 4 or 6. So the sample space consists of 3 points 2, 4, 6. Null event means if the sample space consists of 0 sample point, then it is called as null event. In the event to get number more than 6 on the die, then in the random experiment of rolling a die, the sample space is going to be null, having a 0 sample point. The sure event means the entire sample space can be termed as a sure event. So it will be a set of all possible outcomes. And elementary event means the set of the event having only a one sample point is called elementary event. So sample space is said to be discrete if it has finitely many or a countable infinity of elements. If the element of sample space constitute a continuum, the sample space is said to be continuous. For example, all the points on the line, all point on a line segment, or all points in a plane. So any subset of a sample space is called an event. The subset consisting of a single sample point is called an elementary event. So phi and S itself are subset of S and are events. Now complement of event means the complement of any event A is the sample points that are not a part of A. So complement of A is denoted by A bar. Then union of event means the union of event is the sample space containing the sample point of all those events. So here first one, if A and B are two sets in the sample space S, then A union B. Next is intersection of event. The intersection of event is the sample space containing the common sample point of all those events. So second one is A intersection B. Next, the component of A, that is next is mutually exclusive event. When there are no common sample point in two events, then these two events are called as mutually exclusive event. It can also be defined as the event whose intersection will be a null event. So for example, the event getting even number and the event getting odd number for the random experiment of rolling a die are mutually exclusive event. These are also called as disjoint event. Next, mutually independent event. The two events are said to be independent of each other if the outcome of one event is independent of the outcome of other event. So the A divided by B means A minus B. The symmetric difference of sets A and B. A is said to be empty set and it is denoted by phi, which has no elements. Then tree diagram and event. A tree diagram is a device which consists of a line segment emanating from a starting point and also from the outcome point. It is used to determine all possible outcomes of probability experiment. An event consists of a set of outcome of probability experiment. So there are some types of event: simple event and compound event. Simple event means an event with one outcome, that is rolling a die one time, choosing a one card. And compound event means an event with more than one outcome, that is rolling an odd number on 1, 3. So there are 3 possibilities. Then interpretations of probability. There are 3 interpretations: classical, empirical, that is relative frequency, and subjective. So what is classical probability? It uses a sample species to determine numerical probability that an event will happen. Also, an experiment is not performed to determine the probability of an event. So here assume all the outcome in a sample space are equally likely to occur. 6 probabilities on a die which have equally a chance of occurring. Next is Venn diagram. So it is used to pictorially represent the probability of event. So Venn diagram for the probability and complement is shown here. It also shows the Venn diagram. This diagram for the intersection and union. Then this diagram shows A minus B, A delta B. So a Venn diagram is used for the representation of sets in diagrammatic form. The elements of the sets are represented as points. So set A consists of some elements 1, 2, 3, 5. So universal set means universal set S is represented by a rectangle. The Venn diagram of two sets in which these sets share some common elements. So R union B R union U, here set is given. It is the event that the number of suitable CO2 is greater than or equal to number of suitable solid crystal lasers. So it is next R intersection T00. It is the event that neither the nor solid crystal laser is suitable. Next is empirical probability, the type of probability which uses a frequency distribution based on observations to determine numerical probabilities of the event. For example, one might actually roll a given die 6,000 times to observe the frequencies of each possibility. So they then use the outcome of the experiment upon which to base their probability. Next is subjective probability. So the type of probability which uses a probability value based on an educated guess or estimate and employing opinion and inexact information. Tree diagram means to handle this kind of problem systematically we use tree diagram. So tree diagram means to handle this kind of problem systematically we use a tree diagram. E1, E2 and E3 denotes three alternatives for ease of operation. P1 and P2 denote two alternatives of price and C1, C2, C3 denote three alternatives for the cost of repair. So here is the diagram, tree diagram for rating of the lawnmower. Next is conditional probability. So conditional probabilities means probability of some event depend on the probability of the event that has already occurred. For example, drawing a red ball from a group of ball. In this case, if already a ball has been drawn from the group of balls, then the probability of drawing a red ball now is dependent on the ball that has been drawn before. So if probability of event y depends whether x has occurred or not, then it is called as conditional probability, which means probability of event y after event a has occurred. Next is Bayes rules. So we know that P of rain is 0.5. If we also know that the grass is wet, then how this affects our belief about whether it rains or not. So the Bayes rule gives expression for conditional probability. P of y by x equal to P of xy, that is probability of xy by P of x. So for P of x not equal to 0. P of y by x means probability of y given event x which has occurred. X probability of xy means probability of joint occurrence of x and y, and px is probability of event x. So next is random variable. In an experiment, a measurement is usually denoted by a variable such as x. So in random experiment, a variable whose measured value can change from one replicate of the experiment to another, it is referred to as a random variable. So the example of continuous random variables are electric current, length, pressure, temperature, time, voltage, weight. And examples of discrete random variables are number of scratches on the surface, proportion of defective part among 1000 tested, and number of transmitted bits received in error. So random variable has nothing random in it as it is a perfectly defined rule. So let us understand a random variable with the help of an example. Assume a random process of tossing a coin. The random variable x can be defined as x is equal to 1 if outcome is head and it is 0 if outcome is tails. So basically the random variable is used to define a rule by which a real number can be assigned to the outcome of an experiment. Hence, random variable is not a regular variable which holds a certain numerical value, nor it is a random in nature because the rules to assign a numerical value to the outcome are fixed. So we can define a random variable xm equal to m, where value of m will be the number of dots on the side of die. So xm can be 1 if outcome is 1, it is 2 if outcome is 2, it is 3 if outcome is 3, and so on. Next is types of random variable. So there are two types: the discrete random variable and continuous random variable. So discrete random variable means if the sample space consists of a finite number of sample points, then the random variable assigned to these finite sample point is called the discrete random variable. So we take the example of rolling a die. So the sample space is 1 to 6. So here the random variable xm will also have a 6 fixed and distinct real numbers associated with it. So discrete random variable is one which may take on only a countable number of distinct values such as 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 and so on. For example, number of children in family, the Friday night attendance at a cinema. The discrete random variable are usually but not necessarily counts. So here are some examples of discrete random variable. It takes a fixed set of possible values with a gaps between. So the probability distribution of a discrete random variable x lists the values of xi and their probabilities pi. The probability must satisfy two requirements. First one is every probability pi is a number between 0 and 1, and the second is the sum of the probabilities is 1. So to find the probability of any event, add the probabilities pi of a particular values of xi that make up the event. So random variable is also called as a discrete random variable. Next is probability distribution. So probability distribution of discrete random variable is a list of probabilities that are associated with each of its possible values. So consider a tossing of fair coin 3 times. So here is a values are 0, 1, 2, 3 and probabilities for this is given here. So next, rolling a dice. If you roll a pair of dice and record the sum for each die, after an infinite number of times, your distribution will approximate the probability distribution on a next slide. So next is PDF. PDF means next point is PDF and CDF. So PDF means probability density function. It is the derivative of cumulative distribution function. So a probability density function is the function which describes the relative likelihood for this random variable to take on a given value. It is given by the integral of the variable's density over the range, and it can be represented by the area under the density function but above the horizontal axis and between the lowest and greatest value of the range. So there are some properties of the PDF. So the first property, fx of x is greater than 0. Second, integration minus infinity to infinity fx dx equal to 1. Third one, probability of x is in between a and b, then integration goes from a to b fx dx, and it is the derivative of CDF of continuous random variable. So the probability density function is the derivative of CDF. So fx dx is PDF and d by dx of fx dx is CDF. Again, PDF can be derived for a discrete as well as continuous random variable, but PDF describes the continuous random variable the best. So we have seen the properties. Okay. Next is CDF. CDF means cumulative distributive function. It is denoted by fx and it measures the probability that the random variable x assumes a value less than or equal to x. So fx is equal to p of x less than equal to small x. So there are some, these are the properties of CDF. That is, the value of CDF always lie between 0 and 1. Fx of infinity is 1 and fx of minus infinity is 0. So the cumulative distributive function for a random variable x can be defined as the probability that the x will have a value less than or equal to x. So fx of x is equal to p of a capital X less than equal to x, where f is CDF and capital X is random variable. So one important thing about CDF is that it can be defined for continuous as well as discrete random variable. So it is also called as distribution function. There is one more point, that is central moment. So central moment is defined as the expected value of the difference between the x and its mean value mx, and the variance is nothing but the second central moment, where we substitute n is equal to 2 in the equation for the nth moment. So standard deviation is the square root of variance sigma x square. So standard variation is equal to square root of variance, and it indicates the deviation of the value of random variable from the mean value. Small sigma x indicates all the values of random variable concentrated near a mean value. So larger value of sigma x imply value of random variable. Value of random variable will deviate largely from its mean value. Then what is the need of probability model? In many applications there are various types of random variables. These random variables have different PDF. and it is difficult to study all PDFs. So PDF of the basic random variables are approximated to standard PDF. Some standard PDFs are binomial distribution,